Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we'll be discussing the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Houston Rockets playoff series. I want to hear who you guys think is going to win and how many games and why. Expectations, projections, everything in between. You can let me know down below. We're on the way to 20,000. I can't get there without your guys' help. So hit that like and subscribe button. It'll help out the channel a ton. Now, let's just talk about this. This is one of the most hyped up matchups. The Lakers finished 53-29. They got the fourth seed, while the Rockets finished 52-30. They landed at 5 on both team. Oh, well, I can't speak right there. On paper, both teams won a great amount of games, more than 50, and they built those records very differently. Houston posted what some might say a better season. They had a plus 5.4 net rating and the number 8 offense, number 6 defense. Lakers, as we mentioned earlier, 53-29 with a plus 1.8 net rating. They outperformed what people were expecting. And I think this is a classic contrast of teams. And in their recent head-to-head results, Houston beat the Lakers. Then the Lakers answered late in the season with 2 road wins in Houston in March, 16th and 18th. And I think it shows that Houston can overwhelm the Lakers when it controls the terms, but it also shows the Lakers found answers in the half court late in the year. So, with Houston entering as the more physical and balanced club, the Rockets averaged 115 points per game while allowing just 110, the fourth best mark in the league. They played slow, ranking 29th in pace at 96 possessions per game, but they still posted at 118.6 offensive rating. That tells you Houston does not need speed to score. It scores through good shot selection, offensive rebounding. I want to emphasize they love to physically impose their will, create second chance opportunities, easy looks through putbacks, and just demoralize their opponent by, again, imposing their physical will throughout the game and just chipping and chipping and chipping away. And that just galvanizes the troops and it demoralizes your opponent, as well as Kevin Durant and Alperen Sengun's half-court shot creation. The Rockets led the NBA in rebounds per game at 48.1 and offensive rebounds at 15. Their 35 offensive rebound rate ranked first in the league, and that matters a lot in a playoff series because those extra possessions can flatten shooting variance. The Lakers, meanwhile, leaned on elite shot efficiency and foul pressure. They shot 50% from the field, best in the NBA, 59.5% on two-pointers, also first. Their 32% free throw rate ranked first, and they made 20.4 free throws per game, third in the league. Their offense ranked ninth at 118.2 points per 100 possessions, but their defense lagged behind at 116.4, which ranked 19th. I think that imbalance is the biggest concern for Los Angeles. Yeah, they can score, but they did not defend at a consistent playoff level for their 82 game season. And some might argue, well, they showed flashes, and that's a good sign because if they didn't show flashes, they might have just be written off. So we know they can do it. It's just about locking in. Well, I think it's a very interesting conversation because the series starts with a huge health cloud over LA. Luka Dončić is out with a hamstring. Maybe he plays. Austin Reaves is out with a rib injury. Maybe he plays. That's not a minor issue. That's a major one. That's taking the Lakers' offensive engine and their second best player. Their top 2 players, regardless how you want to wrap it up, and or out. LeBron is their third best player. Luka averaged 33.5 points, led the league, 8.5 assists, almost 8 rebounds. He was an MVP candidate for the season. He's someone who controls the offense. He is a threat at every single level that the defense has to constantly account for. And he's the one who basically would help guarantee if they were going to be able to beat the Rockets or not. And it's going to be a lot tougher because he's the one who generates threes, free throw attempts, paint touches, late, clutch shot making, or even just in the late clock situations. And it's just a cross match problem. Without him, the Lakers lose their best volume scorer, their floor general, their best pressure release valve. Austin Reaves averaged 23 points, 5.5 assists, 5 rebounds in 35 minutes, while shooting 49% from the field, 87% from the line. He posted 64.1% true shooting. He's one of the best secondary shot creators and shot makers at the guard position, and his absence matters even more because he can function both on and off the ball. Without him, the Lakers lose another player who can attack closeouts, run pick and roll, and create offense when LeBron rests or LeBron's being doubled. And Houston has injuries of their own. Obviously, like, they've played the whole season without Fred VanVleet because of that torn ACL. Steven Adams is out after the ankle surgery, and they've dealt with those meaningful losses, especially Adams because of his rebounding and interior physicality and presence. But Houston has been building around those absences already. Kevin Durant, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr., and Amen Thompson have all played well. They're dealing with, the longevity or long season injuries, but they'll be able to play. And Houston's formula is built for playoff basketball. The Rockets can slow down the game, defend multiple actions, crash the glass, and still create enough offense from star players and support shooting. Amen Thompson has become a major driver of that identity. He averaged 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists while shooting 53.4% from the field across 79 starts. He's an interesting player because he does not stretch the floor much. He literally shot 21.6% from there, but he still generates offense through paint touches, rim pressure, transition, fast breaks, rebounding, playmaking. He has a 20.4 assist percentage and a 11.5 total rebounding percentage, showing how much he fills the stat sheet. He also chipped in 1.5 steals per game. This is going to be interesting as his ability to pressure the rim and attack a Lakers defense that ranked 19th in defensive rating could be a swing X factor. Now, Kevin Durant, the former MVP, gives Houston their best half-court scoring option regardless of his age. In a series that Luka Dončić might not play, Durant, 26 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5 assists in 36 minutes, 52% from the field, 41% from three. He's a guy who's 27% usage rate, 4.5 BPM, shows that he's still an elite offensive player. In a slower playoff setting, that matters. When possessions get tighter, Houston can still throw the ball to Durant and trust him to manufacture quality looks. Alperen Sengun gives Houston a totally different dimension. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. He had 4 triple doubles this year. 29% assist percentage is huge for a center. And he's kind of a cerebral processor that is huge for this Houston's offense. He can score inside, pass out of the doubles, and punish smaller lineups. Against the Lakers, he becomes especially important due to the fact that Los Angeles may need to lean on smaller or offensive first combos due to the injuries. And Jabari Smith Jr., the former top 5 pick, gives them size and spacing. He averaged 16.7 rebounds, hitting 2.5 threes at 36%. Jabari's role is important because he plays as a floor spacing combo big next to Sengun or in more switchable units to center. Reed Shepherd adds another layer. He averaged 13.5 points, 3.5 assists while shooting 39% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. 227 made threes is kind of wild and shows that he's more than a complimentary shooter with a 2.7 BPM. He gives Houston real shot making gravity. Tari Eason, a defensive dog that I think gets underrated at times, is an impact bench piece. He averaged 10.5 points, 6 rebounds, 25.8 minutes, 1.2 steals per game. His rebounding rate, point of attack, defensive activity, and energy can swing those non-star minutes. Josh Okogie gives Houston another defensive point of attack wing who shot 38.5% from 3, albeit on low volume. Clint Capella has been filling in a little bit the Steven Adams role, 5 rebounds a game, a block a night in 12 minutes. That's great, especially like those per minute rebounding impact. Dorian Finney-Smith has had a rough go, but he is a break the glass option that gives Ime Udoka another wing size defender if he needs. Now, why the Lakers still have a chance? I think you shouldn't look at them as dead in the water because they have LeBron James, who's still a good interior scorer, enough spot shooting to make Houston pay if the Rockets overhelp, and they have more playoff experience. They also beat Houston twice in March, and those wins matter because they came after the Christmas blowout. And that says LA adjusted. LeBron at age 41 still is a stabilizer. He averaged 21.7 assists, 6 rebounds, shot 51% from the field, 21 PER, 3.5 BPM. Obviously, he's not carrying that 35-point scoring burden every night, but with Luka and Reaves out, he'll have to actually function as the primary creator again. The question is whether he can do it for an entire series against Houston's size and depth. Deandre Ayton actually becomes huge here. The former number 1 overall pick averaged 12.5 points, 8 rebounds, while shooting 67% from the field, playing the Clint Capella role. He also pulled down 2.6 offensive rebounds per game. If Houston sells out to contain LeBron's drives, Deandre Ayton's going to be in the dunker spot, punishing them in the paint. The Lakers need him to be more than a finisher. They need him to own the paint, hold up defensively against Şengün and Capella on the glass. Rui Hachimura is the Lakers' biggest swing scorer. He averaged 11.5 points while shooting 51.4% from the field, 44% from 3. He'll likely see more touches in the series, and the Lakers need him to shoot on a high volume. If he can score 15 to 18 a night on a good volume or good efficiency, the Lakers can survive the missing perimeter firepower. Marcus Smart will also matter more than his box score numbers suggest. 9 points, 3 assists, 1.5 steals in 28 minutes. He shot just 39.5% from the field, 33% from 3. He's not like the world's most reliable scoring source, but he can organize the defense and take tough assignments on the perimeter, former defensive player of the year. With Luka out, the Lakers need his ball pressure, toughness, and passing. Luke Kennard needs to shoot, and he could end up being one of the most important pivotal players in this series. He averaged 9 points in 23 minutes, shooting 52.7% from the field, 44.8% from 3. He's going to have the opportunity to punish Houston when they collapse on LeBron or pack the paint against Ayton. Kennard is the type of shooter who can punish those weak side rotations. Jared Vanderbilt and Jake LaRavia will also have to help because the Lakers need connected play and defensive activity. 4.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.3 assists in 17 minutes. For Vanderbilt, LaRavia averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1.5 steals in 25 minutes. Neither is a star or starter, but both can fill the gaps. Jackson Hayes, energy, rim running, and vertical spacing with the rim finishing after posting 7.5 points on 75.6% shooting is huge. And hey, look, if they need some shooting, maybe Dalton Knecht comes in and gives them some scoring. Look, it just depends if they actually trust him defensively. So to me, I think that kind of gives you an idea of what's going to go on here with these two teams. So who do you guys think is going to win? To me, I think both teams, if they were healthy, this would project as one of the better first-round series in the West. The Lakers have higher-end talent if Luka is available. Houston has the more complete team. Houston has the stronger defense, better rebounding profile, just more lineup continuity, and more available scoring depth. The Rockets can generate offense through Durant and Şengün, get down at pressure from Amen Thompson, and punish the Lakers on the offensive glass. The Lakers still have LeBron, Ayton, and loads of solid role players, but asking them to survive a playoff series with a 41-year-old that doesn't have Luka Dončić and Austin Reaves for a majority of it, or if not all of it, is going to be a massive lift. The Lakers should still win a game or two, maybe more, because LeBron can control the tempo, Ayton can punish inside, and Houston's slower pace can keep the margins tight, plus their inexperience outside of Kevin Durant. But over the course of a series, Houston has more healthy shot creation, more physical depth, and just a better team. So I think Houston's rebounding, half-court creation, consistency, defense should decide it. The Lakers could stay competitive if LeBron plays at a god level and their shooters hold up, but missing the perimeter firepower and just shot creation from Reaves and Dončić is too much to overcome against a 52-win team with this much size and balance. The Rockets win it in 5 or 6 games.